I want to do things. I want to get out there, and I want to go on adventures. That's who I am. I'm effervescent. And yet things change. Things always change. But for some people, they kind of sit at the same level. If you're not willing to make changes with the rest of the world, with the rest of your life, with the current events and the things that are going on around you, you know? I've been forced to make a lot of changes during the past 2 years especially. I've been forced to. And so I've made those changes, and it feels like I'm still doing that constantly, making changes and never really quite getting to where I want to get to, but still finding a reason to keep making those changes, to try to find something better, to lessen my suffering. And it's okay that I suffer because, you know, as they say, pain builds character, but it's one of those things that comes out of something real because it has built character. It's made me who I am. Like, my pain has made me who I am. And even without it, I guess in a lot of ways I would be the same. I would still be extremely positive, and I would still want to help people, and I would want people to succeed. And I would want to support them and help them get there through their pain and their suffering and their depression and their chronic illness and everything else that may happen to them. Because suffering is a way of life, and it can just get in the way of so many things and so many possibilities. But, like, we're versatile people. Like, we can get through a lot of different things and still make it. Some stories sound impossible. Some things are Hollywood, you know, but they still happen. And often it just sounds impossible to us, but there are people out there that get it done. And those can be us as well. We can accomplish so many things that we may think we're not able to, because we limit ourselves in those ways, because we think, oh, well, in the past I've failed, so why would now be any better? Why would now be any different? You know, what could change? A lot could change. It's up to us to make those changes and to be sure that life improves for us, for our well-being, for our family, for our emotions, for our mentality, for our future, for our friends, for our significant others. There's a lot of things that can happen, a lot of things that we can do, and not enough people take action. Not enough people think that they can make a difference, which is the reason why people don't vote. And then, you know, we end up with having, you know, nightmares in places of high power where they can take over and control the people that they know nothing about, that they don't understand. And why would someone be the leader of a group of people they know nothing about? Well, because he wants to screw them over and you know, take what he can out of it. As long as he gets what he wants, screw the others. Screw whoever he's leading, right? So we gotta actually get together. We gotta come together and collaborate, because every single one of us has talents, has passions. We have knowledge, we have experience, and none of us is exactly the same. None of us has the same exact perspective. And that's where things can really make a difference. When we put our heads together and when we make things happen together instead of all scattered and separate. Because that's how a war is won, with an army. You know, a people of like-minded people who are reaching the same goal, who are looking towards the same future, who want the same things for themselves and, you know, the people they protect, the people they defend, their families and everything. Like, I think it's just worth all the work and stress it might take. But at the same time, I don't think we have a proper understanding of how to balance stress and life and relaxation and work and downtime and me time and just balancing all of our, relationships and all of our talents and our passions and what we want to do in life and what we are meant to do. And I think a lot of us do have things that we're meant to do. And I know that I do. I have a focus. It just doesn't always go as planned. I mean, actually, it never goes as planned. Almost never. And it never really has. And that's how I know that without accepting reality, I mean, there's nothing. You're always going to be fighting something. Always going to be pushing, and never getting any further. Because without the acceptance of reality, we're always thinking about the past. We're always thinking way too far ahead in the future. We need to think about now, right? We need to live mindfully. We need to think about what's happening now, how we feel in the moment, how we're going to get through our current adversities, and then try to make it somewhere. Try to go someplace and have a direction. And at the same time, be aware of our future goals, because that's really, what we're trying to reach. But without the different, specific steps that it takes to get there, I mean, we might as well not go anywhere at all. I think that balance is found through suffering and pain. I think the balance of understanding what it takes comes through that feeling of desperation, of being cornered, of having nothing left, and having to fend for yourself, and realizing that life is not fair. Life was never meant to be fair. I mean, that doesn't even truly really exist, fairness. I mean, isn't it just like a perspective? People say they believe in karma. People believe in a lot of things. I mean, everyone believes in something different. And I don't even know if I necessarily believe in things like specific otherworldly concepts or like religions or anything like that. I just kind of want to be more of a realist, but at the same time, I feel like certain things are meant to be. I know what my purpose here in life is. That's all I know right now, actually. I know what I want to do. I know what I love to do. I know what makes me feel like I'm meant to be here. There's a reason for me to be here. There's a reason that I haven't died yet. Because there were plenty of times where I feel that I should have died, or I would have died. I could have died. But I pulled through. And I pushed past it. I got past those things. And I accomplished the things that I did. And I dug myself out of those holes because I wanted to. Because I needed to. I felt that I needed to. And not because it was somebody else's expectations, but it was my own expectations for myself. I like to challenge myself. And, of course, we like things to be easy too. But without those challenges, like, how do we ever learn to get to the top of the mountain? How do we ever learn to climb back down? And how do we ever learn to make our own rules and to reach our own goals, and to not have to listen to other people in order to realize what we need to realize in order to succeed in life on a personal level? Because for me, success is really more about a personal thing. That may be like a quaint way of saying, hey, I'm not rich. I'm not stupid either. And I believe I've struggled a lot more than many people my age. I'm not saying, I've had it the worst. I certainly haven't. Definitely haven't. But that's why I want to help people. Because I know what it's like to feel pain. I've really felt it like there was nothing else. Like it was just all darkness, and all I could see was just a tunnel. And at the end of the tunnel was even more pain. And I've been there, and I've unlocked that door, and I've walked through that door, and then it leads to another tunnel of pain. And it might sound ridiculous, but I really don't care about that because I know what it was, and I know what it is, and I know what it feels like, and I know what it looks like, and I know what it smells like, and I hear everything around me. I haven't taken a shower. Not in a while. I haven't cut my hair. I haven't brushed it. It has syrup on it from this morning. I don't have any makeup on. I don't have even moisturizer. I didn't wash my face. I have nothing on. This isn't washed. My shirt's not washed. I'm in my pajamas. And I wouldn't have been able to do this a couple years ago. Because I would think, oh, I gotta look good. I gotta look presentable. But I think, whatever. I am presentable because you know what? I'm fucking human. I'm human. And a human should always be presentable, being naked and being who they are. Without any fucking makeup. Without any fake eyelashes. Without any fakeness. Because the reality is the thing that we struggle to accept all the time. And that's what we have to do. It's called radical acceptance. We can't change the way other people behave and the things other people say and what they do. But we can change our own reaction to it and our attitude to it, you know? We have the ability to do things and to make choices. And sometimes it's a choice to not be annoyed by something or to not let somebody bother us. It can be almost impossible, but it can still be a choice that we consciously decide to not let it bother us because we need to move ahead. We need to make things happen. And we need to make progress. And we can't let other people stop us because just because they're in our way, just because they make us look at them like, what the fuck are you? Like, it shouldn't matter because although a lot of things get in our own way, we actually get in our own way more than anyone else. And that's true. And I know a lot of you know that. We're our own worst enemy so much of the time. We limit ourselves more than anyone else does. It's not like other people are just saying, quit, 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 quit all day long to us, you know? It's us. In our minds, we might be saying, maybe you should quit. Maybe you should quit. I think you should stop. I think you should give up. And our minds go there. I know it. I know it well. But we just can't give in to that. We can't give in to that. It's just not the way it has to be.